In 2018, SVS launched their Prime wireless speakers, which were highly regarded for their connectivity and sound quality at such an affordable price. SVS aimed to change the idea that streaming to your speakers was only good enough for background music. Instead, their goal was to bring hi-fi quality sound through streaming into more homes. Now, the newly released SVS Prime Wireless Pro-powered speakers are the latest iteration that sport some very worthy upgrades. These second-generation speakers deliver reference sound quality to the wireless category by marrying high-res audio playback with ample connectivity and smart, versatile control. At a glance, you may not notice any differences from the first iteration to the new pair. Even the name is similar. However, SVS has added the word Pro to help distinguish the difference. While the tweeter, woofer, and even the piano black color that they both have look similar and have the same design, there's a lot inside that has been upgraded that we're going to discuss next. Now, perhaps the most significant upgrade to the appearance is the new screen and physical preset buttons on the bottom of the right speaker. The screen is now a small OLED display that displays information such as source, artist name, song title, input, volume settings, and more. Also on the front panel are 6 backlit preset buttons that provide instant access to sources, favorite playlists, streaming services, and more, much like a car radio preset. They have removable grills to suit whatever look you desire, a rear firing port on the back top left, and they just look super sleek. The left and right sides of the speakers are cut away to add some leading lines and form a tall trapezoid for the grill shape instead of your standard looking rectangle grill. SVS has also added a gloss white option that has a bit more flash and is sure to stand out in your setup. If you are considering purchasing the new SVS Prime Wireless Pro speakers after watching this video, or any other audio or video gear, Audio Advice offers free shipping, a price guarantee, and lifetime expert support. It's also one of the best ways to help support our YouTube channel so we can continue bringing you exclusive reviews just like this one. The Prime Wireless Pro speakers consist of a left passive speaker and a right powered speaker that connects to the left via a provided 10-foot umbilical cord. Now, in our testing, it was a good length at our desk or set up at a credenza, but keep in mind, if you're going to move them further apart, you will need to special order a 15-foot or 20-foot umbilical cord to connect these. Now, these speakers have a robust 200-watt amplifier, providing discrete bi-amplification to the 1-inch aluminum dome tweeters and 5¼ mid-bass drivers. SVS tells us this power will ensure massive dynamic output without a trace of distortion. It was nice to see SVS stepping up from the 4.5-inch mid-bass driver in the original iteration to 5¼ inches. Sitting above the mid-bass driver on the front is a 1-inch aluminum dome tweeter. In the right speaker sits a 24-bit 192 kHz DAC and a precisely tuned digital crossover. The processing capacity allows these speakers to wirelessly render the highest resolution playback possible from all of your streaming services. In addition, SVS engineers spent many hours tweaking the active digital crossover in an attempt to voice these speakers to achieve near flawless sound in any environment and in any system. The wireless streaming options are nearly endless, which is fantastic. And at Audio Advice, we understand everyone has different streaming services that they like, and we appreciate it when manufacturers include all possible options. You can stream through Wi-Fi with the DTS Play-Fi app, good old classic Bluetooth, AirPlay 2, Chromecast, Spotify Connect, and more. We think for most people, these speakers are an excellent first step into the world of hi-fi. Maybe you're ready to upgrade from Sonos, or just looking to dive deeper into the world of higher quality sound. Well, these speakers offer that capability, and if you truly want to experience music at its highest quality, you should log into the DTS Play-Fi app and log into Qobuz or Tidal and turn on the critical listening mode. DTS Play-Fi does not only let you access your streaming services, but also can access home media servers and distribute music to as many as 32 different Play-Fi products in 16 different zones. Bear in mind that the DTS Play-Fi app plays tracks such that there is a 1 second of silence after each track before the next one begins. We really like the DTS Play-Fi app feature to stream the highest resolution when you want. But we think most people will probably be using Chromecast, AirPlay 2, or Spotify Connect instead. Now, on the bottom of the right speaker are 2 rotary dial knobs. The left one controls the input by spinning it and controls the display brightness by clicking it in. The right knob controls your volume and even displays a volume meter on the screen as you spin it. The screen displays the input and will indicate the source from which you are playing music from. For example, if you're using Spotify Connect, a small Spotify logo will appear along with the current song and artist that's playing. It's a nice touch to quickly glance at the screen and see the source and music. This feature makes it intuitive and family-friendly instead of always having to grab your phone or the remote. Right below the screen are 6 physical rubber preset buttons. Now in our testing, I liked connecting the Spotify Connect and then setting up those presets for different playlists and podcasts. For example, I could have the first preset play my Release Radar playlist on Spotify. My second preset plays the latest episode of Business Wars, one of my favorite podcasts. And on the third preset, play a custom playlist that my friends and I add new songs to weekly. I underestimated how much use I would get out of these little buttons. It was convenient just to walk by my speaker, press on a preset button, and not even take my phone out of my pocket. This was also a good time to mention that these speakers come with a physical remote with presets on it, volume control, inputs, and other useful buttons if you don't want to use your phone every time you're controlling them. Now, although these speakers are called wireless, they are not short of inputs on the back of the right speaker. HDMI, optical, analog, line level inputs, Ethernet, and a subwoofer output ensure you can connect in any way you desire. Our favorite feature is the HDMI eARC, which lets you hook these up to your TV and control the volume with your TV remote instead of switching back and forth. And in our testing, these speakers shined when watching movies, so we see these potentially being the soundbar killer. The subwoofer out connection also allows you to add a subwoofer if you desire. SVS has left no stone unturned regarding connections, whether it's wireless or wired. But with all that said, let's discuss how these actually sound. I wanted to put these to the test in a larger room, so I began by setting them up in one of our listening rooms, which is about 16 feet by 24 feet. I set them up on speaker stands about 8 feet apart and about 1 foot off the back wall, and I set about 10 feet back. I used the DTS Play-Fi app and logged into my Qobuz account to stream through Wi-Fi, allowing the highest quality possible. I started with a track from Childish Gambino called Baby Boy. I knew I wanted a song with a killer bass line to challenge these speakers and see if the larger mid-bass driver really made a difference. At about 13 seconds into the song, the bass guitar starts playing, and it was almost immediately apparent that these speakers reproduced bass exceptionally well. I decided to dig out a pair of the first iteration just out of curiosity and listen to the same exact song. The main difference I heard was that the new Pros seemed to dig a little deeper on those deep notes and handled the lower end with a little more finesse and ease. Having the low end a bit more defined opened up just enough space to make the mid-range sound more transparent and easier to distinguish. Overall, these little speakers produce deep bass and a very balanced sound. To further my testing, I now plug them into a TV via their HDMI eARC connection and played the classic race scene from Ready Player One. That scene's an extremely dynamic sounding scene, and we love using it to put our home theaters to the test. I was impressed with just how much bass this little speaker put out, but in reality, a 5 1/4 inch driver can only go so low for those big, deep explosions. So next, I plugged in an SVS SB1000 that we had on hand and listened again. The speakers automatically engage a low-pass filter at 80 Hz once it detects a sub has been connected. Many speakers send the full range signal to the subwoofer, so it was nice to see this feature automatically built in. Obviously, this scene stands out much more with a dedicated subwoofer. However, it was much more apparent with the original version of the speakers than with the new ones. I would go so far as to say that you almost need a subwoofer if you're using the original iteration with your TV to watch movies. However, the new version sounds better with a sub, but they still sound absolutely outstanding without a dedicated subwoofer, which is excellent news for people who don't want to invest in a sub yet or don't have the room for one. Go with the new Pros if that's your situation. I then switched back over to some music, and I listened to I Was Wrong by Chris Stapleton. I was specifically looking for how well the imaging was in this track. I thought the vocals sat toward the center and the guitar was right behind them. The bass line filled the room and it was very clear and easy to find. So I decided to crank them up a little bit more, and this song got my toes tapping with just these little speakers. I just loved how clear and balanced each part of the song was. I then also added the subwoofer to listen to the music, and it again greatly improved the overall sound quality. If you're getting into hi-fi audio, these are an incredible option with many features and flexibility to get started with. You do not need a subwoofer to get started, and these will make just about anyone happy with the price you will pay for how much you actually get out of them. They have many wireless connection options and HDMI eARC to plug into your TV and use to watch movies. These are truly a soundbar killer, and if you're using a small soundbar and want to upgrade your TV audio, go with these. The larger cabinets and drivers will make these hit lower than most soundbars and image just so much better. My only wishlist item was that they would allow you to change which speaker was on the left and right, just in case you prefer to have the controls on the left speaker instead of the right. Now that's a very minor item that is relevant for almost 95% of potential buyers, so suffice it to say, we think these speakers are just great for the price. If you are considering upgrading from the original Prime Wireless speakers, if you already have a subwoofer, sticking with that pair you have now will probably be just fine. However, if you want some significant upgrades and want your speakers to go a touch deeper in the bass without a subwoofer, the new Prime Wireless Pro speakers are for you. I hope this review has given you a good idea of what the new Prime Wireless Pro powered speakers have to offer. If you do purchase from Audio Advice, we offer free shipping, a price guarantee, and lifetime expert support. If you have any additional questions about these speakers or are trying to find the right set of speakers for your room, reach out to our experts via chat, phone, or stop by one of our award-winning showrooms and we'd be happy to help you out. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our exclusive reviews and killer home theater showcases. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.